Shalom Aleichem, everyone. We're continuing here in Hachsteg's learning of the Pele Yoetz. Today is day number 134. We're in the chapter of Gezel, of stealing. The Kama Mine Gazel, how many different types of stealing there could be. Shedoshem Rabim Naskim Miktasim, that many people trample upon. Let's mention some of them. Hashemeh Yishma, the one who is listening will listen carefully. And the one that refrains will refrain. And upon him who refrains and stays away from Geza, from stealing, bracha, good blessings will come to him. The first type of stealing is this. Minag ra uvamar shenimsaval, a terrible and bitter minag way that people act in this world. A person ran into some financial difficulties and he doesn't have much in the chasam property in his possession. Or maybe he became completely impoverished. So what does the guy do? He goes somewhere in Europe. Remember, the Pele Yoetz was in Bosnia, so he's saying this guy goes somewhere in Europe. Could go in Vino, he goes to Vienna, Venetia, Leipzig. Similarly, and he ends up buying a lot of merchandise on credit. But he has intention that he's not going to repay. Or he takes merchandise from the people of his city. And he says, don't worry, let me take it to the big cities and I'll go and I'll sell it. I'll bring back all the profits. But after that he goes and he comes back. What can I do? It was stolen from me. The bandits came, they took it from me. It went sour, it broke. I couldn't make any money off of it. And since he's giving bribes to the judges and the rulers of that land, he can do whatever he wants. They're on his side. And they argue with this fellow, and they say, you lost our stuff. He said, what do you want me to do? It was stolen from me. I can't get it back. So in the end, he was taking it, and he was going and selling it, and he was keeping the money, and he came back and he lied to them, and he said, I don't have it. So now they have to make some kind of an agreement. He says, look, I can't walk away and not pay you anything. So I'll give you whatever, 30 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar. I have to give you something. It's not my fault. So if you would find someone that's standing on the crossroads and people are passing by and he robs them and he steals from them, everybody would say, V'shem listim yikar. He's called a listim. He's called a bandit. The achas dosal amis, and he deserves to be killed for the stealing that he does. Everybody agrees to that. You stand on the street and you pull out your gun and you rob the person, or you knock him down, you take the purse. You're a bandit. You're a thief. And if a person does that on a regular basis, says the Pele Yoetz, nobody would argue that this person doesn't deserve to come on massive penalties over here, even death penalty. However, if you look carefully into what we're talking about over here, the person who tricks the people of his town, the person who ends up buys all this merchandise on credit, and he says, I'll pay you back, and then he comes and he says, what can I do? It was stolen. What do you want from me? He's worse. He's a worse kind of a bandit of a listim in many ways. First of all, from bandits, you could guard yourself. They tell you, down this road over here, you have to be very careful. People are there and they get robbed all the time. You're going on the ship and there's pirates in the sea. Be very careful. You can guard yourself. Further, the person who ended up stealing, he never got any benefit from this person over that he stole from. He just knocked him down, took the stuff, and he ran. But if a person borrows things and he has no intention of to pay back, nimsa shehu kafli toiva, he is a denier of the good that was done to him. Umishalem ra tachas toiva, and instead of giving back good, he gives back bad. They were nice enough to give him their wares on credit, and it's like a loan, and he's supposed to not give it back, and he doesn't. He's terrible. Look, this person believed him, and this person did chesed with him, and this person was very kind. He gave him all this stuff. He's like, okay, you go and you sell it, you bring him back the money, and you fool the person, you dupe him completely. How could you do such a thing? Uksiv, and it says in Mishlei, Meishiv Ra Tachas Toiva, he returns evil in place of good. Leisamush Rami, basically he should know that bad is not going to leave his house. It will come. Mida keneged mida, as we know, you treat somebody in one way, HaKadosh Baruch will get the person back eventually. Furthermore, this alistim bandits, they only steal money. But this person steals money and the das and the mind of people. The Geneva's das is also kind of thievery when you steal somebody's thoughts and their mind because they thought they're doing you a toiva and a chesed, and really you're stealing from them. Furthermore, you lock the door from other people that will loan money. Why? Because when you through the thorns itself, you end up the cabbage gets smitten, which means over here what? That since that you are being cruel to this person who loaned you the merchandise that you're supposed to pay them back for, and now you don't pay them back. So this person, he doesn't want to loan anybody anything anymore. He doesn't want to give out his wares on the long shot. He's going to get the money back. So now you cause that there's going to be poor people that really need a loan, could really use the extra money, and they won't be able to get it because you were sinister in what you were doing. And further, shalistim, when it comes to regular bandits, if you end up catching them, shalim yishalim v'yelekim mishalim, he's going to pay you back, or he's going to get lashes, and he's going to have to pay back anyway. So you can always bring justice to the case. However, not this one over here. Because of the fact that he bribed all of the judges and the like and the policemen, so they'll leave him alone. So he eats the money of others and he rejoices. Chaver of his friend, he does whatever he wants. Now this guy who ended up taking it, he said, "What can I do? It got lost. It got stolen. There's nothing I can do about it." And he made some kind of deal with him, 30 cents on the dollar. But he took the merchandise, he sold it, he made a lot of money. He's become very rich as a result. And then his friend that he took the money from sees him whining and dining and living it up. So what goes on over here? Says the Pele Yoetz, Yira because the friend who loaned him the merchandise and now is the one who's at a loss. He sees because he's very angry. Because he grinds his teeth. Yacharoik v'nomas, and he grinds them really, really good with anger. Ve'ein loy moishia rak Hashem, and he realizes nobody's going to help him except for Hashem. Yoriv rivam, that Hashem should take up the battle of kaves kaveim nafesh and take care of this person. So he's ruthless. This is a very ruthless person over here. Umei Yirani. Says the Pele Yoetz, but I want to testify about something. I've seen many people who did like this trickster over here. And the pasuk in Yirmiyahu came true by them. But if you made yourself rich without doing it with justice, not doing it in a fair, ehrlich way, within by half your life, that money is gone. And at the end, you'll be looked at as a novel, like a low life of a person for doing such things. And even that which you had in your hands from beforehand, never you'll lose that money and those possessions as well. This is the way that Hashem decides things. That you brought this, but you're going to lose all of that. Meter measure for measure, you're going to lose it all. Besides the tremendous punishment that will be waiting for that person in the world to come. So a person has to be truly careful not to steal, not even a penny, not even a dollar, nothing from another person. Whatever you have in your possessions, return them and get the gezel out of your hands. All the best.